Okay, hello everyone. Clarke Towson here. I'm the CEO of INTJ Billing. Today's video, let's talk more about Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a revolutionary technology, has the power to change the world. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about a couple of other subjects in this, including research and development, leadership, good management, some of the key factors that can contribute to the success of a startup, and a couple of other things in this video today. So Bitcoin is more than just a digital currency. It's a revolutionary technology that has the potential to change the way we think about money, finance, and the economy. Of course, it was created in 2009 by an anonymous individual or group of individuals known as Satoshi Nakamoto. It's a decentralized digital currency that operates on a peer-to-peer network without the need for intermediaries such as banks. Transactions are, of course, recorded on a public ledger called the blockchain, which ensures that Bitcoins cannot be spent twice, that the integrity of the system is maintained. So that's the major breakthrough, was in solving what's known as the double spend problem. In computer science, we call it the Byzantine generals problem. One of the most compelling aspects of Bitcoin is its ability to provide financial freedom and empowerment, right, to individuals. It allows people to transact directly with each other without the need for intermediaries, which is, I guess, ironic given that I'm setting up an intermediary, right? Yeah. It enables them to take control of their own wealth. This is particularly important in countries where the traditional financial system is corrupt or unreliable. Bitcoin is also a powerful tool for fighting inflation and financial censorship, right? Because it's decentralized, it's not controlled by any government or institution, and is therefore immune to the manipulation that can occur with traditional currencies. Now, we know that fiat currencies of the world, the governments can just print up as much of it as they like, devaluing everybody's time and labor. What do we see in the developed world? Price of assets constantly increasing. A lot of it is due to inflation and the government having its hand on the printing press, right? And Bitcoin also allows individuals to store their wealth in a form that is not subject to that devaluation due to inflation. Right? So remember, there will never be more than 21 million Bitcoin. Actually, there'll be a lot less than that because a lot of Bitcoins have been lost over the years, people losing their keys, so on. So it's going to be very interesting. I've got a block reward coming up soon, a little more than a year away. We're seeing that the price of Bitcoin at the moment, even this morning when I woke up, one of my subscribers sent me a message, said, look, Bitcoin has risen quite substantially this morning. Yeah, it's interesting times over the next 3 years. Bitcoin also has the potential to be a powerful force for economic growth by enabling entrepreneurs and small businesses to access global markets. It can also help. It can help to create new jobs and stimulate economic activity. Remember, my company, INTJ Billing, Australian proprietary limited company, come over to Thailand to innovate within the red light district, Soi 6, Pattaya, powering the bar girls there to have access to the global market using Bitcoin. Right? Yeah. Now, of course, the technology that underpins Bitcoin, blockchain, has the potential to revolutionize a wide range of industries, from finance to healthcare to supply chain management. That's my personal view on that, right? On my website, I've got a Bitcoin consulting page at the top of the website on screen now. You can see the performance of Bitcoin versus altcoins. I'm a Bitcoin maximalist. So I think Bitcoin is, it's path dependent. It's a one-time thing, right? It's the TCP/IP of or it's money over IP, right? So it is a protocol. We have to think of Bitcoin that way. But even though I'm a Bitcoin maximalist, I do see the potential for other for other altcoins. There is some potential, even though the vast majority of them are scams, right? There is some potential that if you think about what's going on within the altcoin market, there is a whole lot of innovation going on, and 99.9% of them are all going to fail. You've seen their performance versus Bitcoin, but you can see what's going on over there as a big financial experiment in those alts, right? Yeah. So of course, Bitcoin is not without its challenges and risks, but these should not be a deterrent to adoption. It's a new and rapidly evolving technology. It's important to approach it with an open mind and willingness to learn, right? It's all about having an open mind. With the Bitcoin's potential for financial freedom, economic growth, technological innovation, Bitcoin is a force for change that has the potential to shape the future of our world. A force for change, potential to shape the future of our world. Again, my company, Australian company, coming over here to Thailand for the past 10 years on holiday, saw a group of people that Bitcoin could help. Of course, I've been back in Australia doing research and development and thinking and planning and watching how Bitcoin has been evolving since early 2017. It's true, isn't it? Because that powerful force of change, I knew that I could come over here and innovate within this marketplace, right? And shape the future of, for one particular group of people starting in Soi 6. Research and development, what my company did back in Australia, of course, is the backbone of innovation and progress. R&D, the process of discovering new knowledge, ideas, technologies can be used to improve products, services, and processes. R&D is the driving force behind the advancement of science and technology. Where I used to work for 21 years in the federal government, we did a lot of R&D at that agency, right? And it's essential for the growth and prosperity of any society. R&D is a vital component of economic growth and job creation. By investing in R&D, companies can develop new products and processes that can increase productivity, reduce costs, and improve quality. This leads to increased competitiveness and profitability, which in turn creates jobs and wealth. Right? So I invested in R&D. I did about 2 years worth of it before coming over here to Pattaya, Thailand. And what do we see happening? There's that increase in productivity, right? Getting a Bitcoin wallet installed on all the phones of the bar girls this year. That's the big vision that I've got for Soi 6. Reduced cost, right? And improved quality. So having those remittance payments coming through from the Western world and innovating and doing it at a cost that's either cheaper or on par with Western Union and the other remittance companies. All right. Leading to increased competitiveness and profitability, as I said, which in turn creates jobs and wealth, right? If I succeed turning my concept into a business, it will create jobs here in the Kingdom of Thailand. R&D is also critical for addressing some of the world's most pressing problems. It plays a key role in developing new medicines, technologies, and processes that can help to improve health, protect the environment, and reduce poverty. By investing in R&D, we can improve the lives of people around the world and create a more sustainable future. And that is one of my goals as well, right? Improving lives, not just running a company. And like I know there'll be business people out there saying, Clarke, as a CEO, goal is to maximize profit and to run a company and make as much money as you can. Everything else is secondary. I understand this. But I think it's important to also have some other top level important goals as well, like improving people's lives. And I know there'll be people out there who say, you're crazy, Clarke, but I like to think that both can be done, right? Run a successful company, a profitable, successful company, as well as improving people's lives. And I think with the Bar Girls in Soy 6, that's something that my company can do, right? Yeah, in addition to its economic and social benefits, R&D is also essential for personal and professional growth. Engaging in R&D allows individuals to develop new skills, to learn about new technologies and ideas, and be part of a community of like-minded individuals who are working towards common goals. It's a rewarding and fulfilling endeavor that can lead to a lifetime of learning and discovery. R&D is not without its challenges, however. It can be time-consuming, expensive, and risky, but the potential rewards are worth it. R&D is an investment in the future, and it's essential for the continued growth and prosperity of any society. I mean, it's so true, right? When you think of the value, when I think of the value of R&D, the stuff that I've done in the past, whether I was doing it in the government agency where I worked or for my own company, I really saw the value of R&D. Value of R&D cannot be overstated. It's the key to unlocking new and exciting possibilities and to creating a better future for us all. And it's up to each and every one of us to support and invest in R&D to push the boundaries of what's possible and create a world that is better for us all. All right. Yeah, R&D, leadership, R&D, leadership. Leadership, of course, is the ability to inspire, guide, and influence others towards a common goal. It's the foundation of any successful organization, community, or society. And leadership, of course, is not just about being in charge. It's about taking responsibility and accountability for the actions of oneself and others. True leader understands that their role is to serve and to empower others, right? To serve and to empower others. They do this by creating a vision, right? Vision for Soy 6, Bitcoin hot wallet on all the Thai Bar Girls phones. Setting an example and encouraging others to fulfill, to reach their full potential. One of the most important qualities of a leader is the ability to inspire others. A leader must be able to communicate their vision in a way that resonates with others and motivates them to take action, right? Resonates with others. Resonates with that, very important. And that taking action as well. Other people that you don't know, people that you've never met before, people you're trying to build up support with, all that sort of stuff. The leader must be able to inspire trust and confidence in those around them, to create a sense of shared purpose and common identity. Another key aspect of leadership is the ability to guide and direct others. A leader must be able to set clear goals, establish priorities, and provide direction. Must also be able to make tough decisions and to take calculated risks. A good leader is able to balance the need for stability and security with the need for change and innovation. Finally, a leader must be able to influence others, inspire others, must be able to build relationships and to develop a sense of community. That sense of community is really important. Back in Melbourne, Australia, I've got part ownership of a bar, Pride of our Footscray Community Bar. It's owned by approximately 200 shareholders, and that whole community aspect has been why Pride Bar has been so successful, right? That community that's cropped up around that bar is something special. Right? Now, I'm a Myers-Briggs type INTJ, prototypical mastermind, architect, or scientist. There is another Myers-Briggs type that specifically is exceptionally good at community building. And it's something that I need to continue working on because that's what I need to improve my skills on, right? Community building. Good leader must be able to listen to the concerns and ideas of others and to lead by example. A good leader is able to build a team of people who are committed and motivated to work towards a common goal, right? So It's the other job of leadership to set goals and to communicate them with the organisation, and for the people in the organisation to then go out and to follow those goals, work towards that common purpose. Right? Leadership generally is not something that can be taught. It's something that must be learned through experience and reflection. I think leadership in general, I think this is right. I mean, you can read all the books on leadership that you want, but it is something that does have to be learned through that experience and reflection. Nothing beats experience, right? You need book smarts and street smarts to survive in this world. That's one thing that, where I used to work before in the federal government agency, I think I had more street smarts than the people that I worked with, right? Because of my time over here in Pattaya, Thailand, and what I learned over here in this environment, right? In fact, one of the greatest compliments I was given was from a security officer who known me for many years. He did all the security stuff for all the staff in the organisation, and every time before I made a trip over here to Thailand, I have to let the organisation where I was going, what the purpose of my trip was, etc. And he gave me this great compliment. He said, "Clarke, out of all the scientists in this organisation, you're the person I am least worried about getting involved in any kind of honeypot scam, right? That's a risk to government agents, right? Getting caught ensnared in a honey traps scam." Yeah, so that was a great compliment, right? He was basically saying, "Look, Clarke, you're too street smart in comparison to some of the naive scientists that we've got working here who haven't been to such locations that you've been to and spent time in." So, yeah, great compliment, right? Yeah. Yeah, so leadership requires continuous learning, self-awareness, and the ability to adapt to changing circumstances. A great leader is someone who is able to inspire and guide others to achieve. Of course, there's a difference between leadership and management. Management, or good management, is the cornerstone of any successful organisation or project, and you need both, right? Both strong leadership and good management. It's the art of leading and directing people, resources, and processes towards a common goal. Good management is essential for achieving efficiency, productivity, and success. Good management is about creating a culture of excellence, right? A culture of excellence for everything that your organisation does. It's also about setting clear goals, creating a vision, and providing direction. Well, it's the leader's job to set the vision, but management should be involved in that as well. It's about leading by example and fostering a sense of teamwork, collaboration, and trust. Good manager is able to inspire and motivate their team to achieve their best, to create a working environment where everyone can thrive. Very, very important. Good management is also about making the right decisions. It's about being able to analyze data, to evaluate risks and opportunities, and to make informed decisions. About being able to anticipate problems and to take proactive steps to prevent them. Good manager is able to navigate the complexities of the modern business world and to lead their team through uncertainty and change. Good management is also about being able to adapt to changing circumstances, right? To be flexible and responsible to the needs of the team and the organisation. I know that's something I've learned in my time over here in Pattaya, Thailand, right? About being flexible, not being as rigid and as structured as I am in my life back in Australia. A good manager is able to anticipate and adapt to changes in the market, in technology, and in the broader economic environment. Good management is not only about achieving the goals of the organisation, but also about the well-being and the development of the people who work in it. Well-being is very important. The well-being of staff, the organisation that you're running. A good manager is able to create a positive and healthy work environment where employees can grow and develop their skills and where they're treated with respect and fairness. So in a nutshell, good management is about creating a culture of excellence, making the right decisions, adapting to change, and fostering the well-being of the team. It's a challenging and rewarding endeavour that can lead to the success of an organisation and the development of its employees. Good management is essential. Right? Leadership, management. What about startup and a startup's success, right? What are some of the factors that go into or contribute to the success of a startup? I think some of the most important factors you need a strong business model, right? Well-designed business model is essential for a startup success. It should clearly outline how the company will generate revenue and create value for customers. Now that's something that I've been working on over in my time here in Pattaya. I've got a spreadsheet that lists out the services that my company over here is setting out to provide, and next to them, indicating that they're either revenue generating or not revenue generating. So there's a number of things that I have to charge for to run a successful company. So I've got that all in a spreadsheet. Yeah. So how will the company generate revenue and how will it create value for customers? It should also be flexible enough to adapt to changes in the market. Clear and compelling value proposition, right? Startups need to be able to clearly communicate the value that they're offering to customers. This includes understanding the customer's needs, pain points, and the solution that the startup is offering, right? Communicate the value that they're offering to customers. So what is the value for the bar girls in Soy 6 to have Bitcoin hot wallets set up on their phones? Well, the value is that any of the men that they're communicating with that are interested in the bar girl services, who are located overseas back in their home countries, want to send a remittance to the bar girl. This is how it can be done without using a bank and without being financially censored. Right? And for those guys located in countries all around the world, it's the same benefit, right? Here's a way to get a payment through without going through a bank or a payment company and having your bank and payment company blocking your transfers, censoring your transactions, all that sort of stuff. All right. Yeah. Yeah, the solution that the startup is offering, right? Censorship-resistant remittance payments to Thai bar girls. Very simple. Talented and motivated team. The people behind the startup are critical to its success. A talented and motivated team is essential for creating a great product, providing excellent customer service, and scaling the business. We hear it all the time that from companies saying that people are their most important assets. And it's true, right? So the people in the business are so very, very vital and important to the company's success. I think some companies can get a bit cynical about that, but it really is vital. Access to funding. Startups require funding to get off the ground and to grow, whether it's through angel investors, venture capital, crowdfunding, or other sources. Access to funding is essential for a startup to survive and thrive. Right. Strong marketing and branding. Startups need to be able to generate awareness and interest in their product or service. This requires effective marketing and branding strategies that can help to reach and engage customers. This is something that I very much need to work harder on, come up with innovative solutions for. When I get things operating as a business, hire some Thai people as contractors to help me with my marketing and branding that will appeal to Thai people. It is something that I know that I've got to improve upon. It's very important. Marketing is very, very important. Very, very important. Can't emphasize enough just how important marketing is. And as a technical person, it's I'm a technical founder. A technical founder can often be paired up with a marketing founder. That's a very, very good match, right? You need a marketing person because it's so vital. Sales, advertising, marketing. That person can help the IT nerd, i.e. me, to see things from customers' perspective, see things from the market's perspective, how the company is seen, all that sort of stuff. I understand the value of having a good marketing expert on board. Solid execution. Startups need to be able to execute their plan effectively. This includes being able to manage resources, timelines, and budget, and to deliver on commitments. A strong network. Having a strong network can be beneficial for a startup. It can help to open doors, provide access to resources, mentorship, and support, right? Yeah, very important. Now, Bitcoin, the research and development that I've engaged in over the past 2 years, bringing that R&D to the Kingdom of Thailand, making it available for free on my website, the INTJ Billing website, in these videos on YouTube. Running this project, Bitcoin is for Everyone, as an open source initiative, leading the way by putting the solution to censorship-resistant remittance payments outside the preserve of Western Union and the traditional payment companies, and empowering the bars, right? Empowering the bars using BTC Pay Server to put that solution out on the street or out on the soy here in Pattaya, Thailand, particularly in Soy 6. Wording up local businesses and business people about BTC Pay, right? BTC Pay and what we can achieve by working together, by building a team, by building a mastermind group, by collaborating closely, all that sort of stuff. Bringing Bitcoin payments and Lightning Network payments to the Thai bar girls for the first time. It wouldn't surprise me if I was the first person to do a Bitcoin Lightning Network specific transaction to a Thai sex worker here in Thailand. It wouldn't surprise me if I was the first. Yeah, it's because it's very early days when it comes to this here in the Kingdom of Thailand. So advocating for the Lightning Network, that bringing people together, leading a disparate group of people towards a common vision. Remember, the bars in Soy 6, some are owned by one player, like the Nightwish Group. The rest are individually owned, right? Bringing that group together, or beginning the process of bringing that group together, showing them a common vision that we can achieve by working together. Registering a Thai company, going through the process of that and all that entails. It is still early days with all this stuff that I'm doing, right? Looking back though on all the videos I've created here on my YouTube channel for my Bitcoin is for Everyone project, I do feel proud that I have done this work, right? Been over here in Thailand for 6 months, and I've put all this work out there, made the videos available, and I've shown what's possible, right? I think that's a really important thing. Someone like myself, as a technical expert, technical founder, computer scientist, you can see the value that someone with my mindset can bring to business, right? Seen an important technology like Bitcoin, seen an important technology like BTC Pay, put the dots together, thought, okay, nobody's using it over in Thailand yet. How might it be useful in Thailand? Oh, we can empower the bars with this technology. All this sort of stuff, right? Very, very important. The way that I put it out there on the channel, right? Show what is possible. It's that whole showing what's possible so that people can point and look and say, oh, what about Towson? What about Clarke with these videos that he created, right? It starts that conversation, and it's remarkable, right? People will remark about it, perhaps for years to come, regardless of whether I succeed or fail. It's out on the street, right? And for the bar owners, if they're able to think up a more empowering solution than BTC Pay, right? And that's going to be the difficult part. Find me a solution that's more empowering than BTC Pay. So some other company comes to Thailand, goes to Soy 6, starts advocating for some piece of technology. Question the bar owners will be asking is, okay, but Clarke Towson came over here, he did this work with B2C Pay. Let's now look at what you're offering in comparison to B2C Pay, right? Are you going to be able to beat this incredible piece of technology in terms of how much it empowers us, right? Very important. And remember, I'm keeping a watch over Soy 6, right, for other players that come in and seeing what solutions that they offer, and then comparing it to B2C Pay. Very, very hard act to beat B2C Pay, right? There's nothing else out there at the moment that is empowering. Right. Going forward, though, when I think about going forward, it's in my work, right? Put out all these videos, but going forward, my work will be much more about building a business, right? Building a business to take my concepts and my R&D and build a successful business from them. And that's going to be the challenge, right? That's where the challenge is. I remember a conversation that I had with an investment banker during my first startup back in 2012. And talking to him about the amount of work that it required just for us to get to that starting line. And I wasn't thinking of the concept of the starting line at that time, but he actually made it very clear. He said, yeah, Clarke, I can see you put in a lot of time, effort and work with your business partner. You've got a system that you put out into the world, but you're not at the finishing line, you're at the starting line at the moment, right? You're at the starting line. And that's where I currently am over here in Pattaya, Thailand as well, right? I haven't come over here with a pitch. I've come over here with a working system, made all these videos, but it still is the starting line when thought of as a business, right? So of course I'll need to continue leading. I'll need to bring people on board with me to help me with leadership and with management and technical tasks. Remember that primarily I'm a technical person. This is the first time that I've really stepped foot into a very important leadership role from the business perspective as CEO, not as CTO. My previous startup, I was Chief Technical Officer. And there was another person in the CEO role. So I'm a much better fit as a CTO, I think, than a CEO. But I vowed, based on what happened in my first startup, that the next one I would be the CEO instead, and I would get as far as I could as CEO. And if I saw someone who I thought could lead the company better than what I could, when the company got to a certain stage, I would then assign that person to the role of CEO, and then I would become the CTO, or I'd step into another role, another suitable role for me, right? Yeah. So I need to. It's all about having the right people, right? Building a successful business requires a combination of strategy, hard work, and perseverance. Some of the most important things, of course, that I'll need to keep in mind when turning what I've done into a business. Number one, understanding the market, conducting more market research to understand the needs of the bar girls, the size and growth of the market, and the competition. Not a whole lot of competition. I haven't identified any competition at this stage doing what I'm doing. Of course, using this information to develop solid business plan and strategy, or adding that information into the business plan and strategy. Number two, develop a strong value proposition. Clearly define the unique value that my business will offer to the bar girls. This will help me to stand out from any competition and to attract customers, right? It's that value proposition. What can my company do for the bar girls from their perspective as well, right? So, the new t-shirts saying Mr. Bitcoin at the front. Mr. Bitcoin, I come to you. Anytime someone says me Bitcoin, I come to you. You pay me in Thai baht. Simple as that. If I can get that into the mind of the bar girls in Soy 6, then I'll be doing well. Number 3, build a great team. Assemble a team of talented and motivated individuals who can help me to execute my business plan and achieve my goals. 4, focus on customer service. Providing excellent customer service is crucial to building a successful business. Make sure the bar girls feel valued and appreciated and that their needs are met. It's part of the goal of the pop-up office at the Queen Victoria Inn, Soy 6. If I establish that as a more permanent base over time, open door policy. Bar girls can come up to the office, provide them with excellent customer service. They come in, they've got their mobile phones. Hey, they've just received some Bitcoin. Come in, sit down, sit alongside me. Let's send that Bitcoin to INTJ Billings hot wallet that we use to convert it to Thai baht. Let's pay you in Thai baht, or let's give you a Western Union MTCN number and the PDF of the Western Union. Get your cash, right? As well as teaching and guiding and mentoring and everything else that comes with sitting alongside a person who is a customer, right? Be adaptable. Be prepared to adapt to changes in the market, technology, and the needs of the bar girls. Good business should be able to pivot and adjust its strategy as needed. Be adaptable. I think that's a really good one. I am adaptable. This is something that I am currently doing. I know that there are some business people within this environment who have got other ideas on what we could work on together. I'm certainly interested in helping those people out. They're business leaders who are doing important work, doing great things, and are leading, right? There is other stuff that I can help with. So you have to remember primarily that I am early to this, very early to what I'm currently doing. It's going to take time for this market to develop more and so on. So I've got the time. Being adaptable, I think is really important. It's key. Number 6, focus on growth. Continuously strive to grow and scale my business. Look for new opportunities and ways to expand my customer base and revenue streams. I was out running this morning, running in Soy 6. I ran back past that new exchange. Photo on screen now. I did take a photo this time. In one of my previous videos, I said there wasn't a whole lot of innovation, that I saw it was just another exchange. I take back part of that comment. This exchange has actually got advertising. They've got a screen at the front, and that screen is used to display advertisements of local businesses here in Pattaya. I liked that. I thought that was innovative, and I thought that I would mention that in this video. I thought that was innovative and interesting. I hadn't seen that before. I hadn't seen it specifically done in that way. So well done to that new exchange, right? I noted it this time. Why didn't I look as closely last time when I was running down there? But I noted it, okay? Yeah. Keep an eye on financials. Keep track of, that's what I need to do. I need to keep track of the financials. Of course, that's something else I'm going to need assistance and help with, right? Very important function of a business is accounting. Make sure that business is profitable. Understand my costs and revenue streams and make informed decisions about where to invest and where to cut back. Be consistent. Maintain consistency in all aspects of my business, from my branding to my customer service. This will help me to build a strong reputation and attract loyal customers. Of course, building a successful business is challenging and a rewarding endeavor. It requires a combination of hard work, dedication, and perseverance. And dare I say, luck. Okay, luck is an important ingredient. I have formally studied luck. Yes, it is possible to formally study luck. There's a book by called The Luck Factor on screen now. I did read that during my first startup. There are specific things that a business can do and that people can do in general to increase their luck. If you're interested in that subject, I suggest you read the book. There's actually someone in my life who I used to work with, who was an incredibly lucky person. After I read the book, I picked up the phone. I used to work with a guy, and he was in another state though. And I picked up the phone, called him and said, "Hey, Martin, just read this book about luck, and everything in this book that the guy was describing about people who get lucky in life, this is you all over. Pretty much everything that this guy has said about the attributes a person needs to be lucky describes you to a T, right?" And this is a guy who he would enter every competition he could find. He would talk to strangers anywhere that he was, whether he was sitting on a train or he was going for a walk down the street, or he was went to a cafe, whatever it might be, sitting on a plane, he'd talk to the person next to him, all that sort of stuff. Him and his wife had won many competitions over the years and had traveled to many places in the world because of the prizes that they'd won for ferry trips here or there. It was incredible. But that book, The Luck Factor, it was really interesting reading that. And I'd suggest, if you're a startup founder, to read that book. Yeah. Well, so by following these guidelines that I've just talked about, I should be on my way to building a strong foundation for my business. And of course, every business needs a strong foundation. So if anyone out there is watching these videos and is interested in my project, Bitcoin is for everyone, and wants to contribute, please feel free to contact me and let's talk. Right? It's not an easy path that I'm treading, of course. The path of the pioneer is never an easy path. But I am looking for good people, particularly good people located here in Pattaya, Thailand, that might like to help me in what I'm doing, right? I know it's still at a very early stage with what I'm doing, but I think you can see the potential from this series of videos. It's always nice to have supporters close by and on board, and this will become increasingly important later this year as I look to turn everything into a business. All right, that's it from me for this video. All the best, everyone. I'm Clarke Towson, CEO of INTJ Billing.